Hi, I just wanted to talk today about losing weight and that it's a really huge subject because we can tend to think, oh, we're told a lot if you're overweight that you have to lose weight and all the health things, which is really true. And for me, there were more health things than I attributed to my weight when I was bigger. But when you come from being the fat one, there's some really big issues that you have to deal with. And like for me, I was the fat kid in my class. I was the fat kid in my family. I, and I was always the fat one in the group of friends or whatever. I was always the fattest, my place with that was like, if anyone else was having body issues or anything, I'd just be like, well, at least you're not as fat as me. And so I sort of thought that it was good for other people that I was fat. And that is part of what was hard to change was that it changed my identity of when I'm not the fat one anymore. Sometimes I'm the skinny one, which is can be a bit confronting for everyone concerned, and it's different. It's a very different feeling being that person. I love it. Especially like situations like, say, I'm with some friends and we're all playing cards, and I can easily bend down and pick up the card that fell on the floor, whereas that's not so easy for someone who's bigger. So I'm a lot more agile than a bigger person, certainly more agile than I was. I couldn't cross my legs, and now I've gone really bendy and they just sort of, yeah, it's really different. And but different in a good way. But why am I telling you that? It's because if you're at the beginning of losing weight, it's there's so much more to it than just certainly don't go for the eat less and exercise more. Don't get drawn into that because that's just mean. And don't be that mean to yourself. You've got to really be kind to yourself. And if you can love yourself through it, that is really awesome because things come up, emotions come up. And especially one time I know while I was, well, actually, I'm still losing weight, but near the beginning, and I heard that you store your emotions in your fat. So when you're letting fat go, you're letting emotions go. And I found that really helpful for me. And I hope that that's helpful for you, that it is a letting go. And if you think about it when while you're, you know, imbibing sugar, I would advise that first thing you do is cut out sugar, but don't eat less, just cut out sugar. Um, that when you're doing that and you're aware that you're going to put on weight because this is what you're doing, that you're sort of putting a shield around yourself. And when you decide to lose weight, you're letting down your shields. So it feels a bit dangerous and scary. But it's okay. It's lots of really good stuff on the other side. So I'd encourage you to give it a go anyway. And yeah, emotional. So when you are feeling emotional, if you can look at that as, there's some fat leaving you, and it can leave, and you don't even need it back. Just let it go and let that emotion happen because that's just going to happen, and you don't need to put up those walls and try and keep everything within you. No, want to let it all go. So that I think the key things for me in my weight loss journey is give up sugar, or at least cut way, way down on it. Like, my rules for when I can have sugar or do have sugar is birthday cake mainly and occasionally ice cream. But they are even in the traditional diet, they were meant to be sometimes foods, not everyday foods. So cut out sugar and make your eating window smaller. You don't have to eat as soon as you get up and last thing before you go to bed. Narrow that in. So start eating later in the day and finish eating earlier in the day. Because the longer your body can rest from having to digest, the more it can get to work doing its healing and good things that it can do when it's not just hard out working to digest food all the time. So the longer the better for that. Wherever your starting point is, come in. I would also, something that I didn't do that I would recommend that you do, because I sort of think it would have been good if I had done it, was take extensive weight and measurements before you even start. Because I don't even have any good before photos because I didn't keep photos that I looked fat in. And so there's just not that many photos of me. And I don't know how much my top weight was because I'd had to lose weight before I could cope with standing on the scales. So you have to be brave to do that because you have to be braver than me to do that. But I think it would be really good to, and then the bigger you are, the more weight you've got to lose, the more success you can have with it. So yeah, those are the things that I didn't do that I really would recommend. So things that I plan on doing on this channel, although I know in my last video that I made, I said I was going to do havening next, and then I didn't. So whether I should tell you what I think I'm going to do, but one is do a measurement chart, and two is show you some recipes of mine that I've found really helpful. So, but to recap from today, don't go hungry. Just and doing that eating less thing, because I don't know if you've found this before, but I found for myself that I could eat less, exercise more, and still put on weight. And that was really discouraging. So just don't even do that. Stop eating sugar and shrink your eating window would be a really, really awesome start. And I know giving up sugar might seem too big. Do it anyway, push through and do a really big thing. If it is a really big thing, then that's great. Do it. Yeah, that's what I would say about that. And if you would like to get in touch with me, leave a message in the comments because I also want to come at this from a very self-love point of view. And I like doing everything the easiest, cheapest way. So I'm just going to be filled up with doing with ways that I've found that are cheap and easy. It's me, cheap and easy, and still keeping in with the self-love the whole way. Nothing that you do should feel like punishment. No, it's all to do with self-love. Okay, thank you. Now, if I can remember, I'll stop recording. Here we go.